The state of Tamil Nadu has a hoary antiquity. Though early Sangam classics throw historical references, we pass to recorded history only from the Pallavas. The southern states of India were under the hegemony of the Cholas, the Cheras, and the Pandyas for centuries. The Pallavas held supremacy from about the second quarter of the 4th century AD. They were the originators of the famous Dravidian style of temple architecture. The last Pallava ruler was Aparajita, in whose reign the later Cholas under Vijayalaya and Aditya asserted themselves by about the 10th century. At the end of the 11th century, Tamil Nadu was ruled by several dynasties like the Chalukyas, Cholas, and Pandyas. In the 2 centuries that followed, the imperial Cholas gained paramountcy over South India. Muslims gradually strengthened their position, which led to the establishment of the Bahmani Sultanate by the middle of the 14th century. At the same time, the Vijayanagar kingdom quickly consolidated itself and extended its sway over the whole of South India, and at the close of the century, Vijayanagar became the supreme power in South. However, it crumbled at the Battle of Talikota in 1564 to the Confederate forces of the Deccan Sultans. Even during the period of the tumultuous confusion that followed the Battle of Talikota, European commercial interest had appeared as rivals in the area of South India. The Portuguese, the Dutch, the French, and the English came in quick succession and established trading centers known as factories. East India Company, which had established its factory at Masulipatam now in Andhra Pradesh in 1611, gradually annexed territories by encouraging enmity among the native rulers. Tamil Nadu was one of the first of British settlements in India. The state is the successor to the old Madras Presidency, which covered the bulk of the southern peninsula in 1901. The composite Madras state was later reorganized, and the present Tamil Nadu was formed. Tamil Nadu is bounded on north by Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, on the west by Kerala, on the east by the Bay of Bengal, and on the south by the Indian Ocean. Agriculture is the major occupation in Tamil Nadu. The total cultivated area in the state was 56.10 million hectares in 2007-8. The principal food crops include paddy, millets, and pulses. Commercial crops include sugar cane, cotton, sunflower, coconut, cashew, chilies, gingerly, and ground nut. Plantation crops are tea, coffee, cardamom, and rubber. Major forest producers are timber, sandalwood, pulpwood, and fuel wood. Tamil Nadu occupies a premier position in the production and extensive application of biofertilizers. Efforts are on to improve farming technologies so as to increase yields in the low rainfall areas of the state. Annual food grains production in the year 2007-8 was 100.35 lakh mt. Industry and minerals. Major industries in the state are cotton, heavy commercial vehicles, auto components, railway coaches, power pumps, leather tanning industries, cement, sugar, paper, automobiles, and safety matches. Knowledge-based industries like IT and biotechnology have become the thrust area in the industrial scene in Tamil Nadu. Tidel, a software technology park, has been established in Thirumanni, Chennai. The software export from the state, which was 20,700 crore rupees in 2006-7, is expected to cross 25,000 crore rupees in 2007-8. Top IT and telecom companies such as Nokia, Motorola, Foxconn, Flextronic, and Dell have commenced production. Global auto majors Hyundai Motors, Ford, Hindustan Motors, and Mitsubishi have commenced production plants. Ashok Leyland and TAFE have set up expansion plans in Chennai. Main mineral wealth of the state is granite, lignite, and limestone. The state is an important exporter of tanned skin and leather goods, yarn, tea, coffee, spices, engineering goods, tobacco, handicrafts, and black granite. Tamil Nadu contributes to 60% of the tannery industry in India.
Irrigation, import irrigation schemes and modernization of existing Periyarvagai system, Pilar Basin system, and Parambiculam all-year system besides the minor system in Velar, Penayar, Ranayur Amaravathi, Chithar basins totaling an extent of 6 lakh acres of existing ACUT in Tamil Nadu have been benefited by implementing The system improvement and farmers' turnover projects executed with assistance from World Bank. The major irrigation system covering one-third of irrigated extent in Tamilnadu, namely tank irrigation system, has been given due regard for development under WRCP, and 620 tanks maintained by Public Works Department falling under Palar, Vegai, and Tamaraparani basins have been taken up for rehabilitation and improvement. The state has become the pioneer state to implement the system of river basin management by an individual body consisting of officials and farmers besides various representatives of the basin. To start with, basin management boards have been formed for Palar and Tamaraparani basins. Power total installed capacity for electricity in the state is 8,249 megawatts. The installed capacity of state sector is 5,288 megawatts, and that of private sector is 1,058 megawatts. Apart from this, 1,903 megawatts is available as share from central sector. Transport roads. The length of roads network in Tamil Nadu is 93,918 kilometers. Railways. The total length of railways is 4,181 kilometers, the main junctions being Chennai, Madurai, Tiruchirappalli, Coimbatore, and Tirunelveli. Aviation. Chennai, being the international airport in the southern region, is the main center of airline routes. Besides, there are airports at Tiruchirappalli, Madurai, Coimbatore, and Salem. Ports. Major ports in the state are Chennai and Tuticorin. There are 7 other minor ports including Cuddalore and Nagapattinam.